like to pose to my opponent tonight is why. Why do you, having never even stepped into the Cultural Affairs office, feel compelled to run for this position? Because I can tell you right now that I'm not here for myself. I'm not even here representing myself. I'm here representing the Cultural Affairs family and the Students First legacy, two things which have always gone hand in hand.
I more than understand what the students are going through. I go through them myself, and that's what makes it more stronger. That's my personal experience makes me even more qualified to be able to address these student needs. That's why I'm more passionate about bringing the Scholarship Resource Center to campus to aid these students who go through issues of homelessness, to aid them in finding alternative financial resources on campus.
Strathmore Safe Ride is not a sustainable program. If you look at where the funding comes from, it's not going to be the same for next year, so it's not even guaranteed to happen next year. So I'm going to make sure that my safety concerns are going to be ones that are sustainable changes. Like this year we put blue lights on Hill Guard, something that's going to be there forever to help address the issue of safety.
My opponent brings up some interesting things, but what she fails to recognize is programming outside can only attract so many students. That's why through my Diversity First platform, I want to integrate diversity into their general education curriculum. It's one thing to have diversity in a room, but it's another thing to actually learn from each other, to actually work with each other, and to actually understand each other.
Working with Student Affairs, Union of Montero, she's very down for my Grow and Talk initiative because it really does educate the campus about the harmful use of the language that we all use. Hey guys, that's okay, faggot, illegal immigrant need to be dispelled from this university, and I'll make sure that happens at the student place.
You know, this year, there's a lot of real issues that we're facing. I'm going to graduate with thousands of dollars in debt. I'm not here for fun and games. School isn't about fun and games for some people. We need to graduate. We need to feel safe. And school is not a luxury. You know, we can't be going around having fun all the time. We need to be addressing the real issues, and that's how I'm going to do it through my campus climate task force.
The larger issue here that my fellow candidates Savita touched on are the issues of campus climate and affordability. And while I would like to enjoy a summer sublet or a dead season bus pass, I do need to focus on resources to keep me here at UCLA before I can enjoy those luxuries. And through my USAC support platform, I will plug students into those resources to be retained here in the first place.
I do agree that administration is important. That's why I have already been meeting with Chancellor Block. I have already been meeting with Vice Chancellor and Shotwell. And these are connections that I have built up over time, so I understand where things can be consolidated and where things can't be consolidated. So one thing that I actually had a good conversation with the Chancellor with on Thursday is about my campaign being the right direction for us to go in. Focusing on the state revenue and focusing on financial aid is something that the Chancellor actually agreed with me on, so I know that I'll have administrative support.
Only candidate that has the institutional knowledge to actually do this. We've actually talked to Roy about myself, and we talked about how we can consolidate funding applications, but it's important to note there's a difference between programming funding and operational funding, and you can't exactly streamline those. I've also had the knowledge because not only have I applied for funding and helped student groups get funding, but I've also allocated over $381,000 of it to 100 student groups sitting on campus programs committee. So yes, we do have the same platform, but I'm the only one who can actually execute that.
Thank you.
I've challenged myself to explore not only my own identity, but the rich culture, history, and the common struggle of the many students I stand in solidarity with tonight. I've been at every meeting but one when I went to the Regis meeting to advocate on behalf of students. My opponent, Emily, missed 8 meetings throughout the year, 20% of council meetings, as well as 8 meetings not saying a single word at meetings. How is that advocating for you as students? I don't think that is. I actually have accomplished all 4 of my platforms before the end of this year. And I'm really proud of that with my office doing much great work. And going above and beyond my platforms to ensure that we're doing not just what I'm saying out to do at the beginning of the year, but really addressing needs as they arise. So affordability is the biggest issue facing all students, and I believe that's something that I'm going to continue to work on my office and really take leadership on that Emily's office has not done this year. To me, Students First is not just a slate, it's a philosophy rooted in activism. For over 30 years, we've on this campus advocating for affordability, equal representation, and justice for all students, and retention. And I hope to do that in this next year, but continuing that legacy on. Just in the past 3 years, we brought you Jazz Reggae Festival, community service scholarships, The deferred payment program. We've had many great ideas actually created sustainable change on this campus. Just one-day programs.